It's awesome to see your face, by the way. Um, but we are we're finishing out the week. I'm headed out today with a group of people to Colorado and then Minnesota, and I'm gonna get to tune in face to face with some of my coaching corner buddies over the next couple of days. Um, so our word for today is servant. Servant. And before I talk about the definition, I want to put this visual up. And I got a question for you. So I want to ask you, and it's a very simple picture here, okay? But surrounding the word servant, if you look at the definition, it's a person who performs duties for others. Think about you. I went through this word and I'm thinking about myself. And what this represents to me is opening a door for somebody, saying hello to somebody, smiling at somebody, offering somebody some food, paying attention to maybe someone that's homeless that needs some help. Maybe it's asking somebody to join you at your church that you go to. Maybe it's just being a good friend. Maybe it's being a coworker that listens and pays attention to the people around you. That hand embracing the other hand, pulling them up the hill, to me is way bigger than just pulling up a hill. It's the things that we go through on a daily basis that people are saying about us. Do we help out in our community? Are we like Cheryl Elliott and we're taking pride in doing things for voting registration, just being a servant, you know? Are we somebody that honors our veterans, the people, the men and women that have fought and served our country, just by saying thank you for your service? Am I respectful to my elders? That's what that represents to me this morning as I look at that simple picture, but yet it can mean so much. So thanks, Andrea, for that. Thanks for putting it up. But I just thought about that. I thought, man, we live these 24 hours in every day, but do we live it like really keeping that servant mindset, like at heart in every walk to the people we care most about, like our do we exude, all I can think about and is Jesus as he walked this earth and didn't mind to take off people's shoes and wash their feet, and is Brent Palmer living that kind of life? I don't have to be perfect and I screw up every day, but is people saying that to me about me, that I'm that type of person? And I looked at like some characteristics of servant leaders, but really just servant people, because it's something that's so simple that we could do in our daily walks. And I get frustrated a lot and my patience get thin a lot. I had a frustrating day yesterday. And I think about it and I go, man, there's so many things in the day that I let the day consume me that I forget to do these simple acts. And number one is just strong listening skills. Am I quick to talk? Am I quick to answer people? Am I quick to try to say, I don't have time to listen to them, I already know the answer, and I get right to it? Or do I have strong listening skills? Because a servant has strong listening skills. Servant is empathy, shows empathy. Empathy as in I read the room. I come in and I read the room. I read the tone. I'm looking around at my surroundings. A servant casts a bigger vision, yeah, we can get caught up in the blocking and the tackling of sales or the day-to-day, or we're building a program and you need to do this, this, and this. But yet a servant has got the time to walk through the crowd slowly and cast the bigger vision for where we're going as a team, as an organization, as does that make sense? And then the other thing, one of the characteristics is, well, two, a servant is committed to the growth of people. Myra's on this morning to talk, and one of the things I believe she's carried her whole entire career that I've watched is she's constantly trying to grow people. And that's a sign of an amazing servant. And the last is building a community. Wherever you go, wherever you walk slowly through a crowd, you're doing it, trying to build and bring people together, communities together, creating an atmosphere that people feel welcome. They feel invited. They feel like they're a part. They feel like they have a voice. And this word, for a lot of the reasons for me and my walk right now, this word was huge today. So thanks for the word, Andrea, for coming up with that. But Coach, I'll turn it to you. I read your notes. I can't wait to hear them.
Well, thank you. Terrific job as always. There's so many people that come to mind when we think of the term servant. And servant leadership is kind of where I've landed this morning to share with you, because I believe every single one of you have that in you. And I think probably one of the most, I mean, everybody on here does this, but I have to say this, and I think I could get a lot of agreement from everyone on here, that there's not anybody that has a servant's heart any more so than Andrea Rosser. And I think if you've worked with her at all, I haven't even talked to Andrea much lately. I just text him with her occasionally, but you won't find another. So if you want somebody to emulate, watch her, what she does, because she's definitely a servant leader. So a servant's heart means to have a mindset or a desire to selflessly and sacrificially serve others, regardless of your feelings toward them or what it may cost you. Think about that. How many times have we had the opportunity to lead and serve someone that we are mad at, that we don't even like in the moment? Well, that's an opportunity where we grow, y'all. Try that. Try really hard to be a servant to someone that you really want to pinch their head off, because it's going to not only do you good, it's going to make a lot of headway with them as well. So Coach touched on this. Who is the greatest servant to have ever walked the face of this earth? Jesus. We know that. We should truly strive to model Jesus in the way he always put others' needs first. He was the greatest servant of all. If you don't believe it, just get in the word. So I don't want to offend anyone, but he was the greatest servant to ever walk the face of this earth. If we want to be great, we must be least. We must be least or we must be last. We can either choose to serve ourselves or we can choose to serve others. Every one of us have been guilty of serving ourselves first. There's no way that everybody on here has not made that choice before. And I'm not saying that that's bad all the time, but we must choose to serve others before ourselves if we want to truly be an impactful leader with a servant's heart. One way that we can always show our love for God is, guess what? Loving others, serve others. So you got so many messages you're sending out when you choose to lead with a servant's heart. In order to be a servant leader, we have to consider others before ourselves. In today's society, y'all, the society really wants us to focus more on self-fulfillment, doesn't it? That's kind of what society is right now. We all know that is not the way that we need to be leading. The last point I want to make is the greatest way to serve others is to take the gift that God has blessed us with and then use that gift to serve others. Each and every one of us have a special quality that is a gift. You know what it is. Most of you have more than one gift. Utilize that gift and you will continue to be a servant leader. The greatest example of love, just a couple of quotes, the greatest example of love is service to others. And in ending, the more that you manifest a servant's heart in all that you do, the more of an impact you will have on people's lives. So I just challenge you to get out and really strive to lead with your heart, lead with a servant's heart. And also that person you want to pinch their head off, seek them out, serve them, and they'll come back around. So I've missed you guys. It's been a busy, crazy week, but I'm very blessed. And Melinda, I hate I wasn't on here yesterday. I would have told you happy birthday. So happy belated birthday. So y'all have a great day. I love you.
Coach, thank you so much. I love the lesson. And just so you know, whatever day we can get you, if we can get you for a day, if we can get you for two, we were so blessed to have you, and we know how busy you are closing out this year. But thank you for that. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Happy Thursday. Nancy, just so you know, Coach has got her Tennessee shirt on in Knoxville, Tennessee. Just so you know, Nancy's the new one to the Coach's Corner.
Awesome.
Coach Myra worked at Tennessee in the football department. So dealing with that. So Nancy.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Have a great Thursday. See you.